Mikey, you seem confident that it's going to be a City win.
Yeah, comfortable.
Comfortable City win. What's your score prediction?
3-1.
3-1.
Do you know what? Yeah, let me say this, right? If it's 3-1, in fact, if they score 3 goals, I'll dash you money.
All right, fighting talk. Let's go.
Brentford
Let's
just
go.
3 goals.
No,
Don't rail up.
I'm gonna say. I'll give you. I'll just pay money to your account.
Is VVD? Is VVD
Direct debit? Yeah.
Yeah, just straight up. Like I won't wait. As soon as it's done, as soon as the 3rd goal goes in, and we get as soon as I get my 3 or 4.
Even if we win 4-3, he's giving you money.
Yeah, free money.
Mikey, what are you saying?
It's not even a bet. It's just straight up.
Oh, you're just gonna give it to me?
Hey, you got my deal.
Hey, can I have that as well?
No.
It's been a tough month, Uche. Can you give that to me too?
Literally, like as soon as that 3rd goal goes in and I get reception, I'm gonna put money into Mike's account. I'm going to
Hello, and welcome to the latest episode of If It Wasn't For My Knee. Look at CT smile. I ain't seen that for months, mate. Where's that coming from?
We're back, bro. We're back.
Trust the process.
Tonight we've got a full house. We're joined by Uche with CT, Aki, Mikey D, and GJ. And GJ, no, there's only one place for us to start, and that's the North London derby. Well, Arsenal 3, Spurs 1. It was a shambles, wasn't it?
Yeah, we got smoked. It went beyond embarrassing. It was actually a dereliction of duty because it's a North London derby. It's the minimum you expect in a derby like that, a game like that, is fight. And like even in the first minute, Kane losing a header to Ben White, and Ben White he didn't even have to jump. He just leant on Kane, and Kane didn't even bother contesting it. And that just set the tone for the whole match. Second to every ball. Tactically, we're just playing long balls up to a front 5 because Dele Alli and Ndombele were joining the front 3. So you had like this vacuous space in the midfield, and that just left Saka, Emile Smith-Rowe, and others Odegaard to exploit. And they pulled our pants down. First half. Second half, we made a couple of changes, and the narrative is saying, Spurs were better second half. But that's only because Arsenal were in control of the game. The game was won, and it's literally just see the game out and just pick us off on the counter if it was there. It was weak. It was limp. It was a coward's performance. And it was so bad that when the 3rd went in, I was just literally laughing. I said, you know what? You guys might as well make it 6 and just finish Nuno off. Just finish him.
Was that before or after you finished your chicken and chips?
No, I had I don't know, chicken and chips last night, mate.
No.
I had a Chinese last night.
Okay. Just checking.
Yeah.
Mikey D, great performance from Arsenal. Thoroughly deserved victory. It looks like you're on your way back.
On our way back to where?
Mid-table.
This guy.
That sounded loaded to me, so I'm saying on our way back to where?
I'm trying to praise your team, and look at this guy coming with the agginess.
Man.
You can't give praise with slants.
Mikey,
You've won 3 games in a row. You're on your way back up the table. Jeez, man. You've won. Enjoy.
Yeah, 5 points behind Liverpool, I believe. So not doing too badly. Seeing as some said that we were going to get relegated, Aki. Others say we're going to finish mid-table, Uche. Neither are going to happen. We've got a good enough team to finish in the top 7, top 6. Let's see what happens. Yesterday,
a few weeks ago, you were saying you're going to finish 8th.
Did I?
Yes.
Below Spurs?
I can't remember. No, but you said 8th. I remember it. You said we're going to finish about 8th.
Well, send me the receipt and then I'll come back on it.
Okay, fair enough. Don't know what you said.
Back to yesterday's game. It was easy. Tottenham sent a bunch of U-team players there without a manager. How they've still got Nuno in charge is beyond me. I said that he couldn't play attacking football. He tried to play attacking football. He played with like 5 attackers against our defence and left no midfield. I've never seen a team in the Premier League play without a midfield.
Yeah.
And so they got exposed in the first half, and it was just pat, pat, pat. And it could have been more if the ball broke the right way. But yeah, I don't get the narrative about, Spurs are suddenly poor. Spurs haven't just suddenly got poor. When Chelsea beat them 3-0, they were getting lauded, and Chelsea are going to win the league, etc. When Arsenal beat them 3-0, it's the worst team that's played in the Premier League. Like a week and a half apart. It doesn't quite make sense. So don't let the highs be so high. Don't let the lows be so low.
In fairness, didn't they get beat 3-0 by Watford? Who did you lose
Palace.
to? Was it Watford or
Palace.
Yeah. So they were poor in that game as well. They've won, what is it, 3 losses by 3-0 in a row?
Well, 3-0, 3-0, 3-1.
goals.
Yeah.
You've conceded 3 goals for 3 matches, isn't there?
Yeah.
But they haven't played very well all season. They got
even the
played by
games they
City,
won.
and they scraped a 1-0 win, and it's an excellent result. Everyone would take it, but it only masks what will happen in the future. And they've been struggling to create chances. Some of the stats, I don't know if you guys have seen the stats this season, but they're like 20th or between 18th and 20th in every kind of stat that they're measuring on. Expected goals, I think, is 0.67.
Yeah, allow me quickly. So we're 18th for goals, 20th for shots, 20th for chances from open play, 20th for big chances, 20th for shots creating actions, 20th for distance covered, 19th for progressive carries, 20th for successful pressure, and 19th for shots allowed. Absolute shower of shit.
Surely the manager gets sacked from that. Like, I'm sorry, but these guys were in the Champions League final 2 years ago, no?
Yeah.
Champions League final 2 years ago.
Yeah, 2.5 years ago. Yeah.
Stat, you're like 19th or 20th. That is crazy.
Yeah. I mean,
you've gone from being one of the most, like the team that runs the most and has a decent press, to being 20th. How does that even happen? Obviously, player attitude's got to come into it, but managers are there to do a job.
They are indeed. And it all goes back to the shambles that was trying to find the manager in the summer and then settling, it seems, for Nuno. And it's obviously not working. CT, I want to bring you in because I know you're ready with the gunshots. You was at the game as well, along with Mike.
I was at the game. Yeah, I was at the game. Definitely, it was a spectacle, man. It was brilliant. The atmosphere buzzing from the get go, and I got to hold my hands up and say, you know what, Arteta, you delivered on the day when it mattered, because I was confident going into the game, but the way we played and the way we set out, that is the Arsenal that I've grown to love in terms of the past history and in the way we used to play. Every man was on it. I don't know what Spurs came out with. I don't know what team talk, what tactics they had, but it was terrible. I've never seen such a cowardly performance in a North London derby, no matter who it's from, Arsenal or Spurs. It was just terrible. All over the field, heads were down, and we were just buzzing. The fans, the crowd lifted that team, and vice versa. I mean, I can't name you a player who had a poor performance. And I can tell you that right back, Tomiyasu, is a steal, mate. He is he bossed Son all game. Son had nothing.
Whoa. Didn't Son score?
He scored.
No, I know he scored, but it wasn't.
Hold that.
The good thing about Tomiyasu is he defends. And he gets into positions to defend.
And he loves defending.
Our other right back we had was playing right wing and was exposed too often.
And he wasn't good at it either.
The key word with Tomiyasu is anticipation, and you saw that with that save that Ramsdale did, and he anticipated. He was there first to clear it, and he did that on a second occasion as well, and that was impressive.
Yeah, I literally don't know what tactics you came up with, GJ, because your team, because it was terrible. I think they were bent. Their whole bent on Ben White being a weak header of the ball, because it was literally long balls over to that left side, and Ben White was winning all these headers anyway against a non-existent Kane, a non-existent Dele Alli. It was simple. It was easy, and we balled out. Literally, I couldn't name you a man of the match because it was between Saka, Emil Smith-Rowe, Tomiyasu. Then you had Aubameyang leading the line. You literally had Partey holding down that midfield, and Odegaard literally was on form.
Odegaard was excellent.
Excellent all round. And I think Spurs are only Spurs can be top of the table 1 week, us bottom, and within 2 weeks, we're literally overtaking you, bro. Overtaking. You're whack. You're whack. North London will always be red. And the running theme...
This is the CT I want to see. Go for CT.
The running theme in that whole match with the fans was Tottenham get battered everywhere they go. That was the running theme.
Yeah, mate. I was at work today, and 2 Arsenal fans and 2 West Ham fans were singing that to me for the first 10 minutes at work. And it was in my head all day. I kept singing it myself. We're so bad. Man. And you know what? I can understand a lack of quality, but the first thing I expect from any team, even if it's not a derby, is fight. And
fight. I'm at least expecting Højbjerg to pick up a yellow card in the first 5 minutes just to say, listen, you're not running through me.
Yeah.
You know even though I thought we'd win. Yeah, even though I thought we'd win, I thought it would be tight because form doesn't even count in these games, and they're generally tight. It's usually like a 1 goal or a draw. But yeah, it was way too easy in that first half.
Nothing changed in the beginning of the second, apart from we sort of held back a bit. That's why Spurs you got more of the ball and stuff like that. But you didn't really change that much.
And you know what? It was exact like template, almost a carbon copy of last season, where you dominated the first half, you got a lead, and then we made a late rally. But I think we nearly equalised near the end. But yeah, it's like we make a late rally, but AJ had more fight than Spuds. Oh, you know what? I don't know about that, I'm not sure. But one thing's for sure, Tottenham cursed AJ. There's no doubt about that.
100%.
100%.
Should have fought in that stadium.
I was going to bring you in, Uche, but I'm not even sure you watched the match, did you?
Mute.
You're on mute, mate.
No, he's on mute.
I said it was gonna be their day, so I was just gonna rely on the report by Gums and CT. I didn't watch the highlights, so I didn't watch the game. I just had better things to do with my time, to be honest with you. But at the same time, I'm sure it was a good game. When I saw the recap,
you sure you weren't a little bit peeved after your result?
No, it had nothing to do with that. Actually,
football ended that weekend, didn't it?
I had a long night
after that game.
It did for me, but we'll get to that later on.
Yeah, nothing to do with that later on. I had a long night and I had to come back late. I had a great weekend actually, but that's besides the point, Mikey. The point is that I had to choose when to come back, and I chose Arsenal, Tottenham because I thought I don't need to watch this stuff. To me, they're just teams that are not going to do anything in this Premier League. It's a bit like if today would I watch this game today, Crystal Palace versus Brighton. Respect to both sides, but doesn't do anything for me. So I have Spurs and Arsenal in that kind of range. But I did watch the highlights, that I said, and they were balling. They were absolutely balling. Six, free flowing football, fantastic to see. And I'm quite happy that CT was at the game and a few people, because this is what it's about, man. This is it. This is what football is all about for me. So congratulations to the Gunners.
Congratulations to the Gunners. And Aki, have you got anything to add? You said that Arsenal are going to get relegated. Looks like that's probably not going to happen.
That's a howler.
Yeah.
I didn't actually say they'd be relegated.
Own it. You did, bro.
No.
Big up Houdini. Keep trolling us.
What I said was they were in a battle for relegation, which they were at that stage. To be fair, even you, TT. After it was 3 games, and one of the games you got absolutely.
It wasn't after 3 games that you.
It was against Brentford. Who did you lose to? Brentford, Chelsea, City. It was after the City game. where you got absolutely annihilated.
No chance. You said it
You
after we
did.
lost to Brentford.
Nah, well, that was a poor result as well. But anyway, not really. It's two
Only got
mid-table
1
So
point
teams.
it's
left
more
than
now, is
you.
it?
Carry on.
Two mid-table teams, to be fair. Like, I think Nuno should be given a bit more time. You know, he's been given
So
a bit
do
of.
I.
Yeah, I bet you do.
Another 5 more years.
I think he's been given an average squad, really, and he's been given a player who's kind of down tools, really, in Harry Kane, which a lot more should be made of that. To be fair, he's meant to be one of the senior members of that club.
You know, you keep doing this week in, week out. What's your problem with Harry Kane? It's like there's so many things wrong with Tottenham.
Fanboy, relax, mate. It's
No,
only a
no, no. It's like you've got an agenda against one player. I don't get it.
I haven't got an agenda against him, but we have to go on what's
Is
happened,
it because
mate.
he's the England captain?
No, it's not.
I think it is.
It's got
Yes,
nothing
it
to
is
do
because
with
you're
it.
anti-England.
It's
Yes,
got nothing.
it is.
Oh my days!
It is.
Look at this!
And it's
Look
like,
at this! Oh my days! Look
It's
how
actually
quickly!
true,
Look how
man.
quickly
It
people
is
are trying to
true.
get man's cancelled. But no, it's nothing to do with that. It's nothing to do with that at all. The fact of the matter is, he acted in a very, very bad manner for professional, if you ask me, in the way he tried to engineer a move, down tools, all of that. So I think I'm well deserved to comment on
He
his
didn't down tools, sir.
He has. He's
No, he
gone.
hasn't.
How many games has he gone without scoring? He doesn't
That
even
doesn't
get
mean
touch.
he's down
doesn't mean he's
tools.
down tools.
He doesn't even get a touch of the ball.
Aki,
Yeah, because
Tottenham's expected goals per
he's
game
not-
is
he-
0.67.
Yeah, he's not doing nothing.
Tottenham's
That's why.
expected goals is 0.67.
And
Do you understand how bad that is?
Do you not think he's a big part of that?
He's 1/11th of it.
How?
Because
Yeah, exactly that. He's one
When
of
I
them.
saw, when I,
He's not getting the ball in dangerous situations. What's he meant to do?
One second. When I saw Spurs against City, you guys had what? Mora, you had Son, and you had
Bergwijn.
that Dutch player. You guys look dangerous. All of a sudden, Son got injured. Harry Kane comes in, and you look one-dimensional. You look pedestrian. Like, and a big part of that is due to Kane. You guys should have sold him in the summer, if you ask me.
I mean, there is, yeah.
There is an element of truth in that. Yeah,
there is some fairness in that. It's looking like.
What I saw from him yesterday, he was dreadful, awful. He done nothing throughout the game. Yeah, I think he had a free header as well, which he didn't get on target. Kept losing the ball, kept demanding the ball and losing it. So I don't know. He's having a shock at the moment.
There's something about that team that just doesn't make any sense. So I saw Son, Kane, Moura, and Dombele, right? There's a lot of quality players, and they're not doing anything. I don't understand what
They're not a team.
They're not a team. Well, we're a collection. We're a collection of individuals.
Yeah, but I don't understand what's happening. I genuinely don't get it. How could you be that bad at managing? Like, I don't understand.
I mean, last season, was it last season or season before? We were saying like Spurs, Son and Kane were like the sickest partnership in the Premier League.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
They were just combining and giving teams help.
Yeah.
That's non-existent now.
Yeah. I mean, look, where I stand on.
It's not been that great either, by the way.
Yeah, that's true. It's true.
Where I stand on Nuno is.
Last word, GJ.
Yep, last word. I want Nuno out.
Wow.
Already.
Yeah, you're right. He should be out. He should be
gone.
Right, and I did mention this name in the summer, and I know it's easy saying it now, but actually it's not that easy because they're losing tonight. But Graham Potter. Yeah.
That'd be a good shout.
And the reason why is this: Spurs aren't going to win anything, and we're not going to finish top 4. So, as a season ticket holder, I just want a team that I can be proud of and enjoy watching. Watching Nuno is like watching Mourinho light. It's at the very best, it's balanced football, but really it's negative, it's sterile. You saw all the stats: expected goals 20th. At least with Graham Potter's football, they've got a philosophy. You see what they're doing, and they play nice, constructive football. And that's me.
Okay, thanks, GJ. All right, we're going to move on. And speaking of negative and, not so balanced football, we can move on to talk about champions elect, Chelsea. against City.
Ah.
So I mean, I watched this game. I didn't get to watch a lot of football this weekend again because of other priorities. But honestly, I can't think of a time where two teams were up against each other, so-called champions-elect from both sides, so-called potential winners of the Premier League, and then one of the teams was as negative as Chelsea were in that first half. At one point, I think it was 30 minutes into the game, they had 20-something% possession at home, all of their players defending in their own half. Honestly, I don't know what I was watching from Tuchel. I know that his plan is to hit teams on the break, but there's hitting teams on the break, and then there's parking the bus, everything, 2 buses, I don't know.
But you know
It was
what,
just bizarre from what I saw.
That's the formula, though. That's the formula most teams that have beaten Man City, that's the formula that they use. And that's Chelsea have had won 2 games before that, 1-0, hadn't they? Against City.
But they weren't as bad as that, though, Mikey. Come on.
But they played a similar tactic.
Yeah, similar, but not as negative, because literally they did nothing in that first half. I think they had one shot on goal in the first half.
City were good, they were bad, but they played the same way they played in the other games. So City are just a better team. That's my view. Like,
wow. I mean, I don't know. I think if you give City are a team that play with possession. If you give them the ball, then they're going to hurt you eventually. You have to be very, very concentrated.
The last 2 games they've managed to win. I guarantee you, City have had a lot more possession, a lot more shots, and I'd be interested to see the stats.
I'd be interested too.
They 3 games.
Yeah, I'd be interested too. And what you're saying is fair. It's just it looked like it had been taken to the extreme at the weekend, because you shouldn't be the home team and a big team at that. And you end the game with 33% possession.
Well, you can see what they were doing, though. They played Lukaku and Werner. They blatantly were just trying to get one counter. And as Uche's been saying for weeks, Chelsea defend sick. So they were counting on, we defend, we can keep a clean sheet. Okay, let Werner pace it. Let Lukaku bully it. Let's get a 1 goal.
Didn't work.
Yeah.
Didn't work at all.
To be honest, it was one of the worst performances I've seen from Champions Elect. But I haven't calmed down from the weekend. You know, you get emotional in this game. However, I still have them. I definitely saw why they are still major favourites, funnily enough, from that same game. Because what he's decided to do is, I'm going to play this way as the only way to beat Pep Guardiola. If he flops, so be it. But he's going to beat most of the teams playing that way.
Everyone else, yeah.
That's just the way I saw. So what I saw was, unless it's a head-to-head thing, then Chelsea, obviously Man City will win the league. But from what I saw, they are so difficult to break down. And the only team that has the tools to do that are the team that beat them and comprehensively beat them. Should have been more than 1-0. Absolutely beat them. They will definitely destroy them again in the Etihad, unless he changes something. But like I said, in a funny way, I actually think Chelsea keeps showing that what they're saying to the rest of the league is, we know you guys can't do what Man City did to us. But it was a shocking performance. Honestly, Mourinho's got nothing on this guy. He has nothing on this guy. This dude is special. He's special and boring the place out. He was so bad. They had hardly any shots, no shots on target. They were just waiting to get destroyed. Man City completely deserved to win the game. Yeah, it was pretty shocking stuff. It doesn't get any worse than that. There's no fan that could tell me they enjoy what they saw and call yourself champion elect.
No.
But like I said, no exaggeration. 3 points drop, lots of points on the table for Chelsea to go after it. That's why that's the plan. And I'm hoping, I said this to CT last week, that I'm hoping that there's going to be certain teams, whether it's the Southamptons, the Brightons, or whoever they are, where they're going to think they're going to win those games and they're going to turn up and they'll just get turned over. That's when the Tuchel exposure would start, because 3 DMs at home, 3 defensive midfielders at home. That's what they had. It's a joke. 3 defensive midfielders, 5 people at the back, right? And Werner and Lukaku playing like bodyguards and just defending. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. And GJ, you're another one who's tipped Chelsea as a team that can go all the way to win the Premier League. As Uche said, it was a shocking performance.
It really was. I didn't see the game. I was visiting family in Southampton, and when I turned my phone on, I was like, "What?" I was like, "Wow!" And when I saw the stats, Chelsea didn't even have a shot on target in the whole match. It's the first time ever since Opta stats have been created, and I've seen some analysis on it, and it looks like City targeted Jorginho in the middle of the pitch, and they smothered him. So like they literally ganged up. They knew when Chelsea play those triangles deep in their third, and Jorginho is always calling for the ball. When he's calling for the ball, the the City winger who's on the blind side of where he's picking the ball up, Jorginho, as soon as he's got the ball, he wouldn't even see that guy. And by the time he's seen him, he's had to release the ball straight away. So Jorginho, I think they said like in his career, he averages about 55% of his possession in the opposition half. And against Man City, he was like down to about 26% or something like that. There was loads of stats, which was massively skewed.
City pressed everywhere. They killed the wing backs. The wing backs couldn't do anything.
Yeah. I mean, I think they said City this season they average one shot conceded per game, and that's way ahead of every other team. So like defensively, they're on it.
Like way ahead. I said it's not even close.
No, I think the next team's on 2.6. Liverpool's 3.4.
Yeah.
But yeah, they average just
not after
one
Brentford.
shot. Yeah. No, yeah, that would have skewed it up. We'll come to that.
Not after Brentford. CT, you've got a bet, haven't you?
Yeah, you know what?
How's it looking? Just before you answer that, though, CT, the thing I've got the issue I've got with Chelsea and the way they've played, and I think was it Uche said Mourinho light, or maybe it was GJ. I know of some Chelsea season ticket holders, and they hated going to watch Chelsea play, despite all of the trophies they won. They hated watching it under Mourinho the second time at least, because they found it so boring. I can see how he will win the league that way. I can't see how it can be sustainable, because there are going to be games where they're going to stink the place out like that. It'll be a ball draw and the fans are going to get on his back. So how's your bet looking, CT?
You know what? My money's. I thought about it. I didn't see the game actually, but I saw the highlights. But my money's still safe. This is Man City, the best team in the best playing football team in the league. So to lose by that score, to put out that performance, they were always going to try a counter attack and sit back and try and catch them in a break sort of thing. But it's one game, man. It's 3 points. I still see them doing the league. I mean, they're not going to play this way against every team in the league, but coming up against your Man Cities, maybe Liverpool as well, the rest of the teams, they're smoking for me. So I think my money's still safe.
What was the bet again? What was the bet? You finished Chelsea finish above Liverpool, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, okay. So if you look at the weekend's results, right, you've only lost a point, and you've already taken out Man City off the fixture list, and they've taken on the mighty Brentford.
Yeah. And Liverpool gets City at the weekend.
It balances out. It balances out, mate. So my money's still safe. Money's still safe, mate.
Okay. They give out with match day 6 now. Yeah.
All right, let's talk about Liverpool then. A game that I didn't actually see, so my comments are going to be limited. But from the little bits that I did see, it looks like Liverpool were very, very sloppy. They should have taken the game away. They were 2-1 up and 3-2 up, and they just couldn't handle long balls from what I could see. Aki, I don't know if you managed to watch the game, but it's got to be points dropped, isn't it?
Yeah, I watched the first half. I had to leave. Well, actually, I was at a wedding, so I couldn't watch the second half. But yeah, it's a bit disappointing.
You supporters, don't worry, I can comment on it. I watched the whole thing.
All right, in our defense, some of us were at weddings, so
I don't care.
What can we do? Go on then.
Take your phones.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I watched the first half of my friend.
Anyway.
I did warn you lot about Brentford, but no one wanted to listen. But it's all right.
Craig did mention last week they'll give us a game.
We should have won the game.
Klopp said before the match, he said the same thing. So it baffles me even more that we defended in the way that we did, knowing what they were going to do to us. But go on, Aki, and then we'll bring Mikey in.
Yeah, it sounds like we should have won anyway with a Salah chance right at the end. I still haven't caught up with match of the day yet, so I've not seen it. To let them 3 goals with Matip and Van Dijk is obviously disappointing. So I think we just have to park it as probably a bad result, in all honesty, and hopefully put that result behind us and move on with our next 2 games, because it's Porto and Man City, and the City game is going to be a big game. It is a bit worrying though that Van Dijk was responsible, I think, maybe for one of the goals, I think, and he had looked a bit slack recently. So yeah, I guess we'll see. The season's hotting up now, looking good.
And Mikey, you did see the game, the full game. Is that a reflection of how it was? Liverpool should have won in the end.
Yeah, Liverpool should have won easily. They played so passively. They started off so passively. It was so slow, and then they kept playing passively as soon as they went 1 goal up. It was like whenever they needed to score, they were going to score, and then as soon as they went 1 up, it was passive again.
Yeah,
it was crazy, and then there were chances as well. Salah's chance, like he has to score that.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what he was trying to do there.
I think it bounced up a bit, but it should still.
Yeah, initially I thought it bobbled and but he actually tried to lift it over that way, and it's like
doesn't make sense.
You could have slotted it. You could have done so many different things. It was probably too much time to think, and then it was done. Defending was terrible. Centre backs had a difficult game against the Brentford attackers. Tony and Bueno, is it? Yeah, they were struggling. And then the fullbacks weren't really great defending either, both of them. But yeah, and then the overloads on Trent were just crazy. Like I don't understand how you end up with 3 players on 1. And I know Jota was at fault for one of the goals because he's let his man go in and just stood still. But there was just a few. But even with all of those mistakes, Liverpool still should have won.
Yeah.
Like, I think there was just a lack of, I don't know, I would say lack of motivation, but you guys are like fighting out for the title, so it should be there. Something was missing when you needed it.
Definitely.
Mate of mine, sorry, I didn't mean to interject there. Just say a mate of mine at work.
You did mean to. That's why you started speaking.
Well, the thing is, like, we're so whack, right? You know, I like speaking about other teams' misfortunes. So, this Liverpool fan at work, I didn't see the game. I was travelling back from Southampton when that game was on, and my phone was about to die. But this Liverpool fan at work was telling me, "Oh, we lost CT." He's probably joining the bus parade now. He was saying that virtually all the goals, Trent was targeted in the air for all 3. Is that fair?
First 2, second one, not really. Sorry, the first one, not really, but the second and third, definitely.
Yeah.
But the third goal, the most annoying thing about the third goal is that it was kind of a repeat of the second one. They just hit the far post, 3 against Trent. I don't know how we didn't sort that out. It feels basic to me. They just ran, the Brentford players just ran into the box.
And our players were cheating. Yeah. 1 or 2 of your players were cheating.
Definitely.
It's a big. You just have to give it up to Brentford. For me, I will watch the game back. Nothing but props to them. Sometimes if you're gonna be that passive and that, I don't even know what those wingers and defensive midfielders are doing. You can see this is what caused the second goal. You're now 3-2 up, right? And you should see the game out. Salah has missed a chance to make it 4-2. You're away from home. You see the game out, and somehow you're crossing the ball. And there's 3 players on Trent. You can see the whole pitch. You can see the cross coming in. And that's just ridiculous. It's just unacceptable. So it's just, there's something about, I think, in a way, it's a good thing, actually. Because it can't get any worse than that. It can't get any worse than what we did for that third goal. And the fact that they've done it before for the second goal. They made it 2-1, they made it 2-2. He made it 3-2 and he allowed them to make it 3-3. I felt that I was a little bit worried about that game, but hopefully we'll see if anyone could repeat it. So the AC Milan had a go. They've scored twice. And Brentford has a go. They score. It's like everyone has a go. They score goals against Liverpool right now because our defenders, I don't know what they're doing. Don't know what our team structure is. Something's not quite right. But this 3 on 1 player, that doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. If you can see the play, you'll be able to defend much better than that. It was too open. Liverpool were having too much fun. That's what actually was annoying.
The game was too easy for them.
I thought
that is exactly what it was.
And they were enjoying themselves way too much. And that's why someone like Jota is not doing what he's supposed to be doing, which is coming back and seeing the danger of whoever it was. Because it's just that you have 3 man on 1 player. It doesn't make any sense. Just feel they were enjoying themselves too much. It's like I don't know, they've convinced themselves they were winning 3-4-2 or 5-3 or something. It's really strange.
Just on that, Uche. Just on that. So do you think Klopp is partly to blame for that? Because we went 3-2 up. He takes off Curtis and he brings on Firmino, right?
Yeah.
At that point. Yeah. So it looks like Klopp was like, yeah, let's just go out and ball. We're not going to sit back on the 3-2. Let's go for more goals.
We then put the top scorer, best player on the pitch through 1-on-1 with that substitution. Great turn, pass it. He then passed it. Mane passes it to think you're in, finish the game. And he doesn't. And literally a few seconds later, I think he was offside. I didn't know it was offside at the time when I watched it. Salah plays it, Mane blazed over the bar. So it just looked too easy to me when I was watching it. It looked too easy. And I thought, okay, doesn't really matter because if we know what they're going to do now, they're going to do crosses. I was thinking in my head, you know what they're going to do now.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
There's no other option. That's all.
We've got Gomez. We've got Gomez on the bench.
Yeah.
Putting his thumbs. Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, how can you have three players on Trent? We already know what they're going to do. They're going to isolate Trent. It is the thing that everyone should be doing. Every person, every club that plays Liverpool is the only way to go. If you want to have a little bit of joy against Liverpool, you target Trent. That's what you should do.
Especially
in this year, but where the balls were, your centre back has to be there.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Like it was wide and Trent's getting buried.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like it's in the 6-yard box.
Absolutely.
Like centre backs were awful.
It was just a horrible performance. I mean, like I said, if Van Dijk is not playing, it's the kind of game you just know. You can already see it written by loads of Liverpool reporters that, if Van Dijk was here today, this would 100. Not have happened. Rare. If Matip was there, it was just that kind of game. Like if this happened last year, that's what we all be saying. That was a horrible performance by the back four. I just didn't rate any of them.
Even the keeper for me as well.
Sure. Even the keeper, yeah. It was just, I don't know, they were just too lax.
I'm sure Aki's written a blog requesting Nat Phillips be.
He's written to Klopp.
It would have been it would have been perfect for that game. To be fair.
Yeah, maybe they will struggle with the movement, but definitely in the air.
Yeah, definitely. If you were to do like a FIFA type move, definitely.
Okay, well, that's enough talk about that nonsense performance from Liverpool. But we can move on to another nonsense performance from Manchester United, who managed to lose at home to Villa in the sweetest way possible because they conceded a late goal. Then they got a penalty, which is debatable whether or not it should have been a penalty. I think it probably was, given the rules. And then they missed the penalty. So
I'm not feeling that penalty at all. I'm not feeling it.
No? Why not?
Just there's no time to react, and his hand is not that out. But sure, give it, whatever, man. I just didn't think it was a penalty from the moment I saw it. I saw it a couple of times. Like, that's not a penalty. I will not give that. I think he'd have fallen under the pressure of Old Trafford, and that's what it is.
Personally, I would agree, but with the way the rules are, I can see why they give from the linesman's position. From the linesman's position, his arm was away from his body.
Yeah. They haven't invented it. He has hit his arm. I'm just saying that it was almost in a natural position, and obviously what the guy could have done there. It's not like the short situation where he blatantly trying to block the shot with his hand. But it is what it is. But for me, Villa should have won way before that, at least gone 2-0 up. And again, I've been talking about it last year for my fantasy team. I'm going to say it again. I don't understand a player, a striker, who can do all the good things, and then when he comes out to put the ball in the back of the net, he just messes it up. It's a joke. And then they dashed him a goal. They dashed him a goal. Have a free goal. He said, "Nah, I don't fancy it today."
Who are you talking about, Uche?
Watkins.
Your favourite Aston Villa player.
unbelievable.
Yeah,
Anyway,
It's a waste of
in
space.
fairness, if those chances are falling to somebody like Ings, then definitely at least one of them would have been put away. But Mikey, I know you've sort of tipped Man United as a dangerous team, a team that might be able to do something this season. They've not had a good week.
Yeah,
They kind of got away with it last week with West Ham and then missing the penalty. This week at home against Villa, a team I think they usually beat at home.
yeah,
It's not been good.
yeah. They had like 16 shots in the first half against Villa, but Villa had the better chances.
Yeah,
And in the end, they had a chance to get a draw that they didn't deserve. I still think that they'll be up there. I don't think that they're not gelling that well. Shaw's going to be out, and I think Maguire's injured as well. They're going to be messed up at the back, because Shaw is their outlet down the left. If he's out for a sustained spell of time, then teams will score against them. And so,
what was the injury? Was it hamstring or something?
I think it was groin for Shaw.
They've got international break at least.
Yeah, unfortunately. But yeah, he was holding his like abductor, so he'll be out for a few weeks, I'd imagine. But when Shaw's replaced, he puts a right-footed guy there, and they're used to a left-footed guy who's
changes the dynamic
from that side. So it doesn't make sense. The balance is gone. And also they're playing like two holders in midfield. They're still playing Pogba on the left. Like Pogba has to be in the middle, and you have to get these wide players in. You have to play Sancho, and you have to play Greenwood, and leave CR7 down the middle. They still don't. Well, I say they. Oli still doesn't know how to set up a team. And that will be the benefit to everyone, because I do think they're good. Yeah, they've got lots of players that can score. That's what they've got. Yeah. But playing as a team doesn't come naturally to them.
That's exactly. I would agree with that. I don't think the signing of CR7 helps with that. I think they're probably not even probably. They are top heavy in terms of their better players. Most of them are attacking. So to set up your team to allow that attacking play to happen, you need better players than the likes of Fred and whoever else they play in centre midfield. So yeah, I agree with that. Uche never miss an opportunity to diss United, so here's another one.
What this one? This game?
Yeah,
he doesn't care.
Like I said to you, I actually had it as a draw, or maybe Villa would pull it out, but I just couldn't trust Ings or Watkins to do the business. But obviously, when they got awarded the penalty, and I was kind of following it on live score, I was kind of like hoping that they messed it up, even though Fernandes was taking the penalty. But I don't really spend any much time on Manchester United at all. I just think I know they're not going to trouble this club, and I honestly can't wait for us to play them both times. I really look forward to it. I think it'll be very interesting.
Well, you play them like you did yesterday. They're scoring at least 3 as well.
Yeah. I think, like I said, I think yesterday was a complacency
anomaly.
On Saturday, so that's a complacency issue, and you hope that would be something that they can look back on and correct themselves. Because all the players are there. We can't complain this time. We have our players. Our back four is there. There was no excuse for what happened. You can't concede 3 goals to a team that's promoted. And they deserve the 3 goals. You can't score 3 goals away from home and be talking about a missed opportunity to score a 4th. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
We've only got ourselves to blame for what happened. And I genuinely was expecting us to go back to what we know best, which is 1-0 and 2-0, not exciting, and closing out the game. But yeah, I really back Liverpool to show. But if they, like you said, Mikey, if we carry on, then I don't think we'll carry on. Put it that way.
Okay, good. Okay, well, let's leave the domestic football now. Let's have a quick chat about Champions League, because it's back this week. Liverpool are taking on Porto on Tuesday, away from home. I don't know how Porto are doing in the domestic league at the moment, but Liverpool have got a pretty good record against them in the Champions League. What is it, 9 goals or something in the last 2 games against them? Something ridiculous like that.
Yeah, 9-1, I think, on aggregate.
What's that?
9-1 on aggregate.
9-1 on aggregate. Do you think that's what we're looking at this time round, Aki?
At their stadium. Yeah, I don't see why not. They're not exactly unless they've done something remarkable since the last time we played them, which I don't think they have. We should really be looking to win that game and cement our position at the top of that table. And their style of play kind of falls into how we like our opponents to play. If they play cagey, then it's going to be a cagey game. But if they come out to attack us like they have done in the past, then it'll be another 3 or 4-0 game.
Okay, and Uche, I'm not really sure what we're going to do with the midfield. I hear that Keita's back in training, so do you think he's going to get a start, or maybe Milner comes in? Because Jones has played the last 2 games, or at least most of the game at the weekend, and he played the Norwich game in midweek. So what do you think is going to happen in midfield?
To be completely honest with you, the team, we're going to see a shadow team against Porto, no matter what he says, because everybody knows it's all about Sunday. So I fully expect Tsimikas to play, and I see the same changes at the back. I would not be surprised if Origi starts again. So the answer to your question is, whoever I don't see starting out of the 3 combos will almost certainly be rested for Manchester City. Who that combination would be. Right now, I don't know who he trusts more. Does he trust Keita or Jones against Man City? I don't know what you think, but I'll happy to go with Keita personally against Man City than to go with Jones. But I don't know. It could go either way. Maybe Oxley won't even start the game against Porto. But like I said, I actually generally see at least 2 of our starting midfielders against Man City not starting against Porto. And Tsimikas will play, and Tsimikas will do what Tsimikas does, which is set up people and play a good game. So I think we have the squad for that. Hopefully Origi plays. It might be too much of a stretch to suggest that ManU will play, but certainly Origi should play. And hopefully we'd get a result. Porto played very well against Atletico Madrid from what I saw, and should have won that game at Madrid. So they are tidy little, but it's one of those teams that played the style that we want. Lots of space at the back. Lots of counter opportunities, and it's just a question of putting it away. So I'm going for a slender 2-0.
2-0 win. And Aki, I didn't ask you for your prediction. What do you think?
3-1.
3-1. Okay. Mikey?
I would have said that you'd batter them, but if you're going to make changes, which I think you will do, then it brings it closer. But yeah, probably still about a 3-1. Wait, is it away?
Away, yeah.
Yeah.
2-1.
2-1. GJ, do you care?
No, I don't. I don't care at all.
Wake up, GJ. It's over.
Can I say that? At least I'm here, though, unlike CT.
That's a good point.
Run job.
But you know what? Out of respect, I will give a prediction. I think Liverpool win 2-1.
2-1. Okay, and the other game in the group is AC Milan against Atletico Madrid. I don't know, and I'm not really that fussed. I don't really care what happens in that match. I just want us to win our match, to be honest. Okay, yeah. What are we doing? The other games in the Champions League, Uche?
Well, we've got to do PSG, haven't we? PSG City.
PSG City.
Yep. So
tie of the week.
Yeah, definitely tie of the week this time. That's on Tuesday as well, isn't it? Or was it Wednesday?
Is it Tuesday?
Because if it's Tuesday, then obviously I won't be watching it.
Yes, I think it's the same.
Yeah,
day.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I'm glad it's on Tuesday. Good. I got a golf lesson on Wednesday. I was thinking I didn't really want to cancel it to miss that match, but that's a good one to watch.
So that is a game you do care about, GJ. So what do you think the score's going to be?
There's that, yeah.
Well, let's hope we see what are they called? MNB or whatever you want to call it. No, M&M. Let's hope we see M&M. Let's hope Messi plays.
Where did he get B from?
Where did he get B from?
Bappe. I forgot that.
He's charged his meter.
I had a few technical difficulties, like Liverpool's defense, man.
Loaded up.
He has. He's been practicing that one. He spent the last 20 minutes practicing that. So NMB, GJ. What do you think? What do you think the score's going to be?
I think City are going to win. going by the way PSG are playing at the moment, I know they're winning games, but they're not convincing. Messi still isn't up to scratch. He's not in sync yet with the team and their patterns of play. And Man City, the way they played against Chelsea, I'm steering towards City.
Okay. And Mikey?
Yeah, City should win, but it will be close though, because I think it's going to be something like 3-2.
Yeah, scoring win. And CT, welcome back. Thanks for joining us.
Welcome back.
Part-time podcaster comes in.
Glad to be here, man.
Spurs, ducks out for a bit, comes back. Yeah, what do you think the score's going to be?
I think it's going to be a really open match, actually. So I think City will win eventually, but as Mikey said, I think it's going to be kind of like a free scoring game. So probably 3-2, 2-1, something like that. So yeah, it'd be good. It'd be a good match.
Okay, so everyone's going with City so far. Aki, what do you reckon?
Messi's out of this game, isn't he?
No, he's going to play.
He's going to play. Yeah.
And PSG at home. I'll go over PSG win for this one. 2-1. 2-1.
2-1. Okay.
Surprise.
And Uche, what do you reckon?
Man City will batter them. It'll be quite an easy game, actually.
Oh, wow.
There's nothing there. You guys are just hyping it up. I don't know what you guys have been watching. Go actually watch PSG. But you actually try and watch PSG play football, and you see the answer that City will mash them up because there'll be spaces all over the place, and City love spaces, and they'll pretty much start bullying them at half time. Honestly, I would not be surprised if it's 3-0 at half time.
PSG are strong at home, though. If it was at the City ground,
can't handle Mbappe. That's for sure.
Yeah, every time I've tried to look at what they've been playing,
it's not been good.
It hasn't been good. It really hasn't been good at all. And
you know what the reason is?
Yeah, we all know.
Go on, Mikey. What is it?
Bottle job-itis.
No, so I think there's gonna be some issues in this game for them. And if they win it, I'll be seriously amazed if they can beat this Manchester City team. So I generally think they'll struggle big time. And I think that's when the question marks on Pochettino will start. So I think it's a City win. It'll be easy. Sacked
by Christmas is what I'm predicting. The other game that was mentioned on the agenda was I'm not sure why, Uche, but Juve against Chelsea. I've just checked the Serie A, and who wants to guess where Juve are in the league?
Mid-table.
No. Are they mid-table? I thought they were near the relegation zone.
They're 10th.
Yeah,
they're 10th.
Mid-table.
So, yeah.
I wonder he's been quiet about that.
He's written off. They're 10 points. Behind that.
Completely honest, everyone. The show is over, mate. You can't concede. They concede a lot of goals, and then on top of it, at the weekend, Dybala and Morata got injured.
Brighton just equalised.
Injury
time.
Duffy.
Seconds to go.
Who's good?
Jeez.
Duffy.
Mope.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's keep the agenda going. So we're not going to talk about that game. I think we all agree that Chelsea should win that match because Juve are not in very good shape at the moment. So let's bring it back to domestic and let's do some predictions for our teams for this weekend. And speaking of Brighton, who just equalised, they haven't taken the opportunity to go top of the league, which they could have done if they'd won today. But they are playing against the resurgent Arsenal, the mighty Reds, on whatever day it is, Saturday, Sunday. CT, what do you think the score is going to be? Away from home as well?
Away from home, it's not going to be as easy as the game on the weekend, to be fair. But I think we will win. I'm going to say 2-1. I want to say 2-0 because our defence looks all right at the moment, but I think we'll concede. So 2-1. Go for it. 2-1.
Arsenal are hyped this evening.
All right, then, Aki. What do you reckon?
2-1 or 2-0 to Brighton.
2-0 to Brighton. Okay. Mikey, you haven't been very impressed with Brighton with today's performance. But what do you think is going to happen at the weekend?
Stolen a draw. Brighton always give us trouble. I hate them. Like, they're the team I hate most in the league, because Liverpool I expect to beat us, or City I expect to beat us. Brighton I do not expect to beat us, and they get wins.
They didn't last year though, did they? I swear you beat them down there.
Did we?
I can't remember.
I don't doubt it.
Those games don't count with no fans anyway.
Okay.
2-1
to Arsenal. Okay. And GJ, do you care or?
Yeah, I guess I do care, because it's like all part of the mid-table scrap for places. I think I was going to say a draw, but I'll go 1-0 to the Arsenal.
1-0 to the Arsenal. And Uche?
Tight game, but I think Brighton will do them 2-1.
2-1. Okay. I think it'll be a 2-1 to Arsenal as well. Tight game, but I think the confidence that they've got from the last 3 wins will get them over the line for that one. Okay, let's move on. Spurs versus Villa. GJ, I think you're going to get slapped, to be honest, and I think it might be Nuno's last game.
I hope you're right on both counts, bro, and I'm going to it. And I don't know what.
Chicken and chips, outside. Chicken and chips.
Yeah.
Fish and chips, mate. In the stadium, it's fish and chips. Actually, no, you're right. They've got a nice chicken shop in there, so it might be chicken and chips. But yeah, I think we're going to lose. They're going to slap us. I reckon probably 2-0. And as I said, I want Nuno out, and let's try and get Potter in, whatever. But we'll see. But yeah, I've already had enough, and that's unlike me. But yeah, I'm just not seeing anything. So yeah, Villa 2-0.
Villa 2-0. CT, stick the knife in.
Yes, sir. Tottenham get battered everywhere they go, even at home, mate. So you know what I mean. I think a Villa 3-0 win again. Another free, mate.
Wow. And Mikey.
2-2.
Really?
Yeah.
No chance.
Where's that come from?
Tottenham can't be that bad all the time, and I expect Kane to score.
Okay. All right. Uche?
Yeah, it's kind of a desperate situation. They can't lose this game, so I'm going for the same 2-2. Just they're gonna show some sort of fight somehow, because
there has to be a reaction.
I don't know what's happening, so I'm gonna go for 2-2.
Should have been a reaction on Sunday, but anyway.
Of course.
I don't know.
And Aki?
I reckon maybe 2-1, 3-1 Villa.
3-1 Villa. Okay. I would go for something similar. I think 2-1 to Villa. But there's only one game really that we should be talking about previewing as well. It's the big one on Sunday. Uche, you're going to be there. I'm going to be there. We're going to see it live and direct in the flesh.
Get there on time, guys.
We'll be there on time.
Game to be
there on time. We'll be there on time.
See, you're a wicked watcher, I tell you.
We know. We've done it before, haven't we, Uche? We've done it before.
Good times. Nothing but good memories against Man City. Nothing but great memories. Great memories, actually.
Good stuff.
Is it on Sunday or Sunday, right? Or
Sunday.
Sunday.
You'll have some memories this weekend, trust me.
There's a lot of bravado talk as usual, but same old stuff.
Last time Bravado City won the league and you had
they're not playing us in front of no fans like they did last time anyway.
Okay, talk the thing.
It is what it is. I always talk the thing.
What's the score? What's your prediction?
You finish against Man City, you win the league. It's clear.
What's your prediction?
This guy's gassing, bro. What's the prediction, bro?
My prediction.
Yeah,
I think we win the game 2-1.
2-1. Okay. Okay.
It's a difficult game. It always is a difficult game against Man City. They're one of the greatest teams in Europe. It's clear. It's going to be hard. They're going to fight. They're going to have their possession. They're going to have their chances. I think we'll win the game 2-1. Simple as
Mane, pap. Mikey D.
I think you will be drinking something if you think it's going to be Mane's score.
Not Mane then. Okay.
I definitely think you're on something if you think Mane.
Mikey, you seem confident that it's going to be a City win.
Yeah, comfortable.
Comfortable City win. What's your score prediction?
3-1.
3-1.
Do you know what? Yeah, let me say this right. If it's 3-1, in fact, if they score 3 goals, I'll dash you money.
All right, fighting talk. Let's go.
Brentford
Let's
just
go.
3 goals. Don't rail up.
I'll give you. I'll just pay money to your account.
Is VVD? Is VVD
Direct debit? Yeah.
Yeah, just straight up. Like I won't wait. As soon as it's done, as soon as the 3rd goal goes in, and we get as soon as I get my 3 or 4,
even if we win 4-3, he's giving you money.
Yeah, free money.
Mikey, what are you saying?
It's not even a bet. It's just straight up.
Oh, you're just gonna give it to me?
Hey, you got my deal.
Hey, can I have that as well? It's been a tough month, Uche. Can you give that to me too?
Literally, like as soon as it's that 3rd goal goes in and I get reception, I'm gonna put money into Mikey's account.
What was the bet I missed it?
It's not even a bet.
It's not even a bet. It's free money.
At the moment,
free money.
I'm basically just rubbishing what I said.
I'm putting it straight just to give him props because he said
come on, Pep, don't flop this. You can cook for me against Liverpool, man. Easy.
You got Mikey's details, yeah? Just checking, yeah? You got it. Okay, cool. All right, we'll revisit on Monday. Aki, what do you reckon the score's going to be?
2-2.
2-2. Okay. CT, score prediction.
I'm going to try and get some free money as well. So I'm going to go for a 3-1. 3-1 City. You heard me, Uche? 3-1. That's free money, bro.
That's a good shout, CT. I'm going for 3-3. So you've got my details too, Uche. So send it.
Paying money to a Liverpool fan's account. Are you mad?
Well, in fact, you don't even put it in my account. You could just hand it to me. I'll be sitting next to you. Just take it out of the wallet and hand it to me. It's all good. And we'll finish off with GJ's prediction before we do highlight of the week.
Well, I was going to say 2-2, but if Uche's handing free money, then I'll say 4-1 Man City. Make it rain, mate.
Let's go, man. Let's go.
Everyone's on it. Oh, it's going to be an expensive weekend for you, Uche.
Seriously, what was your prediction, Ro?
3-3.
No,
I think it's going to be a draw. It's a must-not lose game for both teams. I think it'll be a draw. I think.
Yeah, go on. Sorry.
I was just going to say I can't remember which season it was, but it reminds me of the 0-0 we had there against them, where we just kind of didn't really do a lot and just didn't want to lose the match.
The missed penalty, he should have won.
Yeah, that one, the Mahrez one, where they should have.
Mahrez bottle job. Yeah, because of what you just said there, it's a must not lose for both teams. I don't think it's going to be as high scoring as 3-3 or even 2-2. I'll go for 1-1.
I think it'll actually be 1-1, to be honest. But I want my money, so 3-3 is what I'm going for.
I really fancy us to win this game, but obviously, confidence.
Even after watching the rerun against Brentford.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. My confidence is not as high, but it's weird. It's a weird one because you know that they're gonna get chances, and if we defend anything like that, but City don't play that way anyway. So
yeah, they're
not
gonna
be overloading 3 players.
There was a lot of space in between the centre backs.
No, I think they'll be on it. I genuinely think they'll be on it. But obviously, I would love to have had Thiago in this game, but it is what it is. So.
Yeah, Keita or Jones instead.
Yeah.
All right, then we will wrap it up there. We're going to finish off as we do with the highlight of the week, and I'm going to go for Uche first. What's your highlight of the week?
My Salah banging his 100th, one of the fastest to do it. Just a great Liverpool legend. Fantastic service to the club, and they need to show him big things so he can sign his 5-year deal and stop this madness that's going on at the moment.
Should have had 101.
Yeah,
he should have.
101 is coming against City, so it's not a problem.
Cheers, mate.
Actually, I think he'll probably bang against City because he normally does. Mikey,
Well,
what's
that'll be
your...
the one. Usyk is my highlight of the week.
Somebody was always going to take it, so yeah.
Who wanted to say Usyk?
Cold.
CT, did you want that one?
Life, innit?
Nah, it would have been DJ. It's
Who
gone.
said Usyk?
Mikey
CT.
D.
Yeah, thought so. Yeah,
Mikey.
yeah.
Ridiculous performance. AJ was utter garbage, but yeah,
He wasn't.
Shut this. Who are you talking to?
He wasn't.
You still on the phone?
No, I'm talking to you. He wasn't. He wasn't garbage. He wasn't garbage.
What was he?
Yeah, I know what he's gonna say. Oh, that's his level.
No. Seriously, all AJ's got is a right hand and a half decent jab.
Right.
That's it.
So you agree he was garbage?
No, that's as good as he can be.
Right. So you agree he was
That's what I
garbage?
just said he's gonna say.
I'm not saying he was,
Was he good then?
garbage. I'm not saying
Was he
he
good?
was garbage. Was he good? He's as good as he can be.
Was that good?
No, clearly not.
So you agree he was garbage?
No, but when you say he
Right,
was
then
garbage,
stop it.
no.
You're wasting our time.
When you say he
You're
was
wasting our time.
garbage, that seems to suggest that he could have been better.
He
Do you
could have been
understand?
better. He's been
No, he
better.
couldn't be better. He can't be better.
He could have been better.
And also, you
He
don't
can't be
have to have been better. You can have teams that are garbage every week.
Yeah,
They're still garbage.
like Spurs. Yeah,
You not understand that?
yeah. No.
Right.
He was
So
as
he
good
was
as he
garbage.
can be against Usyk.
Right.
Usyk
And
beats him every time.
Either remove
Okay.
him or just
We'll
go on to
see.
the next person.
We'll see in the rematch. Aki, GJ, what's your highlight of the week?
Don't even let him go next.
It has to be the American Ryder Cup team. Absolute smashed up the Europeans.
How is that your highlight? Surely that's your low light. I don't understand.
No, it's a
You're
highlight.
supporting them for some reason.
No, I to be honest, I don't get all this.
Have to be positive. Highlight
Yeah, I don't get all this jingoistic. Ole, Europe. I don't feel it. I like the Europe. I like the both golfers from Europe and America, and I basically the Europeans have won 7 of the last 9. It's getting boring. It's one country against a continent. I don't mind the Yanks winning this one. Give them it. And they smashed them up in record fashion. So
Proper smash up.
Okay, and Aki, what's your highlight of the week?
Wow, Uche took my one, but I'll go with the final 5 laps of the Russian Grand Prix.
I was gonna say you just go for Hamilton, don't you? Simple.
Well,
But
not
that whole race
Hamilton.
was good.
Yeah, more London Norris because he flopped it. He should have gone in really and got those change of
What
tires.
score is it?
And he thought he could go out on slicks when it's bloody pissing it down.
What score is it? It's not his fault, is it?
Wait, the
Well,
team
he did.
controlled it.
But yeah, he said he wanted to stay out.
Yeah, but
His
so
team-
did Lewis.
His
But his
team
team
wanted.
told him, "Nah, come in."
Yeah, exactly. So, but the thing is, you have to take responsibility. You know, you can't go up. But anyway, I thought the last 5 laps was quite a good watch for me personally, and yeah. So
It's a good
F1.
F1, and then CT, what's yours?
CT's dreaming.
It's gotta be. What's it gotta be, innit? North London derby, man. I've got to say, who would I pick? I don't know. Halen boys.
That's all in it.
Saka. You know what? I'm gonna go for Saka, man. No. Forget that. Not yet. It's too early for that, man. I'm gonna go for
Dele
Saka.
Alli.
I was gonna go for Harry Kane for the assist, but definitely Saka for me. Halen boy. He knows what it's about, and we peppered them, man. Tottenham get battered everywhere they go.
CT's going to dine out on that one. And I'm going to finish off with Emi Martinez for the way he got into the Man United players' heads. That was not only was it funny, but it obviously worked, and he's got form for doing it as well. So anyone that contributes to Man United losing games, they get highlight for the week for me every week. So Emi Martinez it is. Check it out on YouTube if you haven't seen it, because honestly it's sick. All right then, lads. Great show. We'll be back again next week. So thanks everyone for joining us, and don't forget we're on social media, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. So follow us if you're not already. Please like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube, and share with your friends and family. so we can get more people watching us and supporting the show. So thanks very much for joining us, and we'll see you next week.